Good evening and welcome to a slightly unusual video. It's unusual for a number of reasons, not least that I'm sat here without my tie on. I'm sat here in my lounge. My eldest son has played cameraman. We have a rogue Labrador wandering around, cuddled up just at the moment. And it's a Sunday night. The house still needs tidying. We still have some packed lunches to make. And you must think, why am I making this video? Well, it's because I want to make a particular link between what we do at Hillfort around reading and what we hope that parents can keep supporting and develop their support of, and that's reading books and reading stories at home. And a particular type of book and a particular type of story is really what we're looking for. So you know that at Hillfort we love reading. It's an absolutely fundamental part of our provision. We would be lost without it. Whether it's the wall art that we've recently put up, the early years storytelling area that's going in at the moment, all of the new book stock that we've recently purchased and put in place, the vending machine, how Head Teacher's Prize, you get the token and you win a book. If you go out into our grounds, Stickman, the Gruffalo, story time every day. Story time every day, so important to us. So we do lots and lots and lots of reading, and we do send home books, and those might be the read writing books, or they might be the accelerated reader books, the books with the stickers on the side. And it's really important that children read those every evening. There's wallets going home, there's book bags going home to keep those really nice. So all of that, it's really important. We need it to keep going. But we're after another type of reading as well. And that's slightly more challenging reading that adults, and whether it's parents, mum, dad, grandparents, aunts, uncles, adult older brothers, adult older sisters, you get the idea, adult figures can read to the children as well. Because children can understand more than they can actually read. I've got some books here to make the point. So I'm just grabbing them now. I've got The Hunger Games, quite a large volume. I've got a David Walliams, again, quite a large volume. We've got a Harry Potter, a J.K. Rowling. Which one's this? Order of the Phoenix, not the longest. One of my favourites, we've got Boy, Tales of Childhood. My eldest son at the moment is year 7. There's no way we could have got through all of those books without one of us adults reading to him. And so he was able to understand more than he could actually read at that point. And that's just as important lower down the school. I've got a couple of books here. This is quite early on, a Bing book. Who doesn't love Bing? Splash! The ducks scatter. I got a big duck, says Bing. Sula takes a step back. Bing, that's not a duck. That's a goose. And he's eating all the food. Think about that for a moment. We've got scatter. What does scatter mean? And all of the intonation. There's lots like it. Let's think about a Julia Donaldson, a squash and a squeeze. The little old lady cried, "Glory be, it was tiny for 2 and it's titchy for 3. The hen pecks a goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." You get the idea that it's only an adult, someone who's really competent, someone who really loves the book, who can get that meaning across and that energy and enthusiasm across. So children understand more than they can read. And when books are read and when stories are read, children will build their vocabulary. They will get to know more words. So if I think about some non-fiction, just for a moment, I've got a few here. This happened to be an 108th birthday present. Yeah. 100 things to know about science. And I'm picking randomly. Albert Einstein was so clever, a doctor stole his brain after he died. Who knew that? He escaped from the Nazi regime in Germany to England and then emigrated to the USA. Some quite difficult words there. Emigrated. What is it to emigrate? So that's, this is one of my middle son's favourites. This is a book we got 65% down, only £8. It's a Christmas present, I think, about supercars. So all about, well, this one's a Ferrari, happens to be my spare car. I don't like to drive it to school. And this one is talking about 100 kilograms less than the standard Ferrari. This is the one sensation you take away above all the others: the noise, the drone, the headache. Or we've got Dinosaurarium. Dinosaurarium, yeah. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. But, oh, here's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The name means tyrant lizards, and it's an apt one. What is it to be apt? To be fitting or appropriate? You get the idea that because children will be picking up more words, they will be able to use those themselves. They will be able to use them in their writing. They will be able to use them across the curricula. They'll be able to use them across their lives. So that's really, really important. Now, going back to the storybooks, of course, I mean, let's think about Harry Potter for a moment. Children will encounter issues that they might recognise. They'll encounter role models. They'll encounter villains. Children should be thinking about how would you deal with it's Malfoy, isn't it? The bully. How would you deal with Malfoy? How would you deal with the unpleasant teacher, Snape? I won't give the game away on that one. You think about the Hunger Games, how frightened the lead character must have been at certain times. That's a really important aspect that, unless you're getting the opportunity to read books like these, that's going to be lost to children. So the importance of taking time out at home is absolutely critical. More than anything, it offers an opportunity for some bonding. There's nothing cooler than sat in a onesie. I don't have a one. Sat in a onesie, reading with your children as you set them up for another sleep. That's a pretty cool thing to do. Just before I did this video, maybe an hour or so ago, we were having our dinner, and I said to the boys, I've got 3 boys, one's coming up to, one's in nursery, one's in year 5, one's in year 7, so talking to the older boys, do you still want to be read to? Oh yeah, man, yeah, they wanted to be read to, and that's an 82% figure across the United Kingdom. So, there's a whole variety of reasons why, we absolutely will do all of the reading at school, and we absolutely need you to do the reading that comes home. But on top, we would encourage you to jump into the world of story time at home as well. That's super important to us. And as I give a quick glance to my cameraman, thank you so much for your time this evening, and happy reading. Thank you.